So I think it's finally time to finish up this game. If my mic's loud, I'm sorry, gotta readjust that, and I'm too lazy to just press record again. So screw it, now we're on the level Giant Slayer. This should be like the final stretch of 3 levels, so let's see if I can just finish it now. Oh, no cutscene or anything either. Cool. Oh god. This is already off to an amazing start. But yeah, this game kind of feels like it took forever, not gonna lie. This game kind of feels like it should have ended like an hour ago, 2 hours ago, but we're getting through it still. I got this. This game was really, really cool, so hopefully like it ends like on a good note. Like, even amongst all my problems I had with it, like between the checkpoints and the enemy spam and all that, you know, the stuff I complained about the entire series. I did genuinely enjoy the game. Like, I thought this game was really, really fun, so I'm just really hoping it goes out like on a good note. And we shall see with that. So, I'm still continuing on with Red Dead Redemption on my Twitch channel, and so fun. I'm like 6 hours in, 7 hours in now. I just kind of got to like I would call like maybe like the second act. I would assume it would be like the second act of the game, and it's really cool. Like now I have like a whole new cast of characters to like meet in that game and stuff, and oh my god, that game does like so much right in terms of the story and presentation, and like it's just hard to like find faults with it. The difficulty curve is perfect, the controls aren't great, but so be it. Everything flows so well, the world building's fantastic. And I'm not like even like the biggest like Old West kind of person, like I'm not. But like when you present a world as well as Red Dead Redemption does, my god. I know this is like old news, I know people are like, but this game came out like 9 years ago. We already know all this. Well, I didn't. I knew like almost nothing about Red Dead, just outside of the fact that it was a Rockstar game. I'd probably want to play it on PC if ever made to PC, things like that. But yeah, so I just kind of like avoided everything about it. So now kind of going into it blind has been like such a nice experience. It's a really good game. Like a really, really good game, which again, like I'm sure like everyone here kind of knows by now. Yeah, I'm into it, and I can't wait to kind of like make my way through it, unless the game does something really dumb that makes me resent it and hate it, which I have my doubts about. I think I'll be enjoying it all the way through, basically. And I kind of look forward to playing Red Dead 2 now. I had no interest in getting Red Dead 2. And that was also another game I was going to wait for a PC version of. But by the time Red Dead 1's over, I might just like want to hop on the Red Dead 2 train. Like, I can't lie about that. Like, it's just that good. And Gears 5's out in a couple days, so I'm hoping I'll have Red Dead done by the time Gears 5 comes out, so I can just kind of like chill and play multiplayer on that. Because I love my Gears way too much. Am I actually killing this thing? There's really like not much feedback in this game. Just like kind of like swap back to this game for a second. As I mentioned like in an earlier episode, but like if you didn't watch any of the early episodes, like I don't blame you. Like when it comes to like Let's Play content, most people kind of like watch episode 1 and then they watch the final. That's just kind of like what people do. All good, I do it too. I noted that like this game's lack of rumble really gives you like no decent feedback on like if you're actually hitting, if you're not hitting, if you're doing good damage. And usually like on a keyboard and mouse it's like not a big deal because I'm like used to like PC shooters and stuff, but like a lot of like modern PC shooters like still give you like a hit marker indication. Like, hey, you're actually hitting the thing, you know? This game doesn't really do that. Like you're just kind of like shooting and you have like no feedback. So like in modern day it's odd. Like I know I'm hitting it, but at the same time, like, it doesn't feel like I'm doing any, like, significant damage. You know? Once they patched in Rumble, I'm gonna actually check that. I don't think they did, no. They didn't. No. Alright. Because, to bring this back up, this game came out, like, PS3's launch. It was a day 1 release, and, on day 1, there was no Rumble for PlayStation 3. It was just 6-axis only. DualShock 3 didn't come to like a few years down the road. after like a big patent like dispute got settled, I believe, or like a trademark dispute. I forget like what it was. So they kind of like went with like a whole motion control gimmick, which thankfully this game didn't really do much with. You can like shake enemies like off you if they hop onto you, but outside of that, there really wasn't much to it in this game. Some other games though really abused it. Like, bad. Alright, so that's where I started. Right, then I filtered out here. Oh, these are enemies. Oh, right. We got two more of the Stalky boys here. Interesting. Alright. So yeah, this game's been feeling like really weird to play through like without rumble or like some like decent feedback, because this game is also predating Call of Duty 4, which I'm sure it's not the first game that had hit markers, but definitely made hit markers a huge deal. Or a bigger deal than they were. So it's definitely odd not having them. Also, this level being called like Giant Slayer, like you'd think like that big robot I just killed would have been the giant, and that would have like ended the level, but nah. That's actually like one thing I'm taking note of in this game a lot. They tend to like give you like this big battle and this big epic set piece that you would feel like would be like an end of level situation, but like it never is. They've done it a few times, like with the big test tube things, just that battle we had there. Last episode, that level stuck on for 30 minutes that had like 2 gigantic stalkers and like the spider thing. Like, this game doesn't like ending levels, I feel like, on the big battles. Like, you kind of like go to like these smaller battles, like these smaller engagements, and then you go into the next building, which like proceeds to end the level. I've noticed, so it's odd. Like, I don't hate it. Can I fit in here? Nope, it forces me out. Okay. Ooh, spider thing. Okay. Yeah, so far, like, a nice, easy level here. Like, I feel like I'm... The power creep now. Like, I definitely am starting to, like, feel, like, a lot more powerful in this game, which is nice. Like, ain't be-all, end-all powerful, but I definitely feel like a lot stronger. I say as I die, obviously. But, like, I'm definitely feeling, like, a little bit stronger this level. Oh, and I got a good checkpoint. Oh, God, I wasn't expecting a good checkpoint. This game doesn't really do good checkpoints. I was kind of expecting to go, like, right back to the start of the stalker thing. I'm surprised this thing isn't dead yet, either. Alright. Bam! Easy battle. Was that the end of the level already? That was a quick one if it was. That was like 7 minutes of level, 8 minutes of level.
Considering I was hit and all. You go ahead. I'll cover this entrance.
So I feel like that level's meant to be like a lot sadder than it like actually is. So the problem this game has, I think, like with storytelling, is that they kind of like give you like, you know, all the story. They give you the plot points, they give you like everything you need to know, but they don't give you like any like the emotional investment. Mainly because the cutscenes here are like, you know, like 20 seconds long, 30 seconds long, and like they're very like sporadic. So, like, you're only kind of getting, like, these bite-sized pieces, like, as the game goes. So, like, I'm not, like, really attached to any character. Like, I care about Nathan Hale to an extent, but Like that dude that we've seen like in a few cutscenes. I don't even like remember his name, to be honest. We've seen him multiple times, and I don't know. I felt nothing. Like I feel like they had like really good world building in this game, but they kind of like failed to kind of like emotionally invest you in the characters here. Ooh, Bullseye Mark 2. Oh, supercharged power, permanent. Okay, so it's just be a good gun. Got it. Give me some of that sweet lore. All right. Yeah, the last level actually wasn't bad. Like in terms of design, that last level was actually really good. Not too easy, not too hard. Gave me plenty of health. The checkpoints seemed fair because I noticed like where all the checkpoints were. Why couldn't more levels been done like that in this game? I'm not saying that just because I barely got touched that level, but like that level felt fair. And I like it when levels feel fair. And these things are strong. I might actually want to snipe them. This might be a sniper kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah, that last level was actually really good. I wish more were like that. Because like, this game's just full of like so many good ideas. Or if it's not a good idea, it's like a very generic idea, but like not that the generic idea is bad, you know? I say you know a lot, I just noticed. Alright, so we're gonna let myself heal. We're gonna get the snipes. Okay, they give me rockets now. More rockets than I can actually hold. That's a little bit worrisome. Okay, so these things die in one hit or no? Oof. Oof, 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 oof. They hurt. We good? I don't know if we're good or not. I'm hurting. No. Not good. Yeah, wow, they hammer on the damage. Should I be, like, using the rocket on them? Like, maybe the rocket's the right call there. I don't know. The one thing I'm gonna hate, though, here is the fact that I gotta do this elevator ride every time I fail. So that's just, like, a little bit annoying. But no biggie, it takes, like, 20 seconds. Yeah, those things are tough. Alright. No damage that time, so if I back up, I avoid all damage. But yeah, they probably give me the rockets here. Well, this feels like it would be like a boss fight arena. But maybe not. But we're gonna try the rocket on him. If I can just like reload. Get some more stuff. There we go. That did the ticket. That did work. Alright, so what we're gonna do, swap this now. Yeah, wow, they give a lot of enemies. They must wanted you to use the rocket there. Which, if that's the case, that's weird design. Considering they just gave you the new weapon. Unless the new weapon's, like, secondary fire's, like, incredible. I gotta check into that, actually. Let me just get some more rockets here. Okay. What is it? Okay, so it shoots a homing. It shoots homing. A homing tracking beacon. Was that like that in the Bullseye Mark 1? Because I barely used the Bullseye Mark 1. I didn't really like this gun, but... Oh god, there's still another one. I got him. I don't want to go up there because I'm almost dead. Oh, there's still more. Holy. That's a lot of enemy. Okay, I think we're good now. Yeah, wow, that's a lot of enemy. At least they give you, at least they knew to give you back full health there. Because, oof. They definitely balanced that area, like, around you losing a lot of health. All things considered there. Hmm. I just used, like, all my sniper ammo, too. So trying to push the sapper here. Okay. So I'm trying to get, like, my bearings. Like, I'm not being, like, a super great YouTuber entertainer here. I realize it, but I'm really just trying to get my bearings. Was that it? It dies to one rocket? Oh, it dies to one. Okay. That's good. I think we just died to one of those. I always felt like I was, like, up for, like, a huge epic battle there. I'm cool with that. Keep my distance just in case I spawn like anyone else. Cool, man. Alright, it's like plot-wise right here, like, it feels natural to have, like, enemy spam. Like, it's one of my common complaints this game, but, like, this level kind of makes sense, because, like, we're kind of in the heart of their base now, you know? Like, it makes a lot of sense that we would be overwhelmed here. Completely, totally overwhelmed. So I'm not hating on having a ton of enemies here. It makes perfect sense, like, just video game-wise, plot-wise. And the ones they're, like, throwing at me aren't, like, the super, super hard ones. Well, these ones deal damage. Like, these ones hurt, but, like, they're not the be-all, end-all. Like, they miss a lot. They're easy to dodge. So no real complaints here. Anything down here? Oh, are those more rockets? Already? Sweet. Excellent. And intel. Yes. Okay. Sense of venting suggests extreme heat from unknown power source. Radiation reading suggests nuclear power conduits lead from central tower. Possible the central tower provides power to the other towers. Okay. Okay, we got these enemies. These enemies are actually tough. These enemies are actually slightly threatening to me, so I'm gonna back up. But if I backtrack a bit, there's 3 health things in the previous room, so I can go right back to full health anyways, so we're good. Alright. Okay, so like anything I wanted to talk about is do this backtrack, besides just talking about this game. Like, it feels like more appropriate to kind of like give commentary on the game, like if this is the end of it, because we've just spent like 2 weeks kind of playing through this roughly, just over 2 weeks. It's like it feels only like appropriate to kind of like, you know, commentate on this game alone. And honestly, when it comes to like the whole Gamecast series, I'm not sure if I want to keep doing Gamecast or just kind of go like traditional Let's Plays anyways. Because I'm already looping back to a topic I talked about before. Like, I'm not sure like how long I can keep talks like this going. And I kind of like want to do just like a basic podcast as well. So I'm just like contemplating if I want to keep going with the Game Pass idea, or do all my other ideas and just kind of like, if I want to do full playthroughs like this, just kind of keep it a basic Let's Play style. Which maybe is like a little bit boring, but probably the most logical thing. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. But there's actually one series I want to start doing starting next week. Whether or not I do it next week, different story. Alright. The one series I want to do is a Tuesday series called Wii U's Day. Because, seeing as I own every single North American Wii U game, all of them physically, I've been contemplating just doing a series called Wii U's Day, because A, it sounds nice, it works, just in terms of branding, and because there's so many games like I would love to play on Wii U that I have yet to even try. There's like a lot. So I've done like all the most of the major ones, right? Like, you know, I've done like your Tokyo Mirage sessions and like, you know, your Mario Makers and Mario Kart and whatnot. Like, I've played all those to death, but like, what about the Smurfs too? What about like Walking Dead Survival Instinct? Like, what about Zombie U? There were people on the walls in there. Like, what about like kind of like the shovelware-y stuff, or like just kind of like the more, you know, third-party stuff that not many people played? Like, did they have like any cool like Wii U special features? Like, was there anything cool about them? So I kind of like want to go and play those games and give them like a fair shake, give them like a nice look. Because I'm genuinely curious about them, right? And because I bought all of them, I like might as well. Like, there's really no harm in it, considering again I own all of them now. If anything, it's kind of a waste if I don't play them. So I'm kind of curious, like, did any of these games take advantage of the Wii U hardware in any way, you know? Because we use, like, a very, like, odd system that, like, a lot of people I don't think fully appreciated or, like, fully got. Or invested much time or money into, and, like, I did. Like, I love the Wii U. Like, that's probably the console I'm, like, most passionate about. Besides, like, Dreamcast, because I also love Dreamcast a lot. And Wii U reminds me so much of Dreamcast. It's like a very, like, it had, like, its niche, or is it niche? I think you can pronounce that word both ways. Like, it had, like, its own, like, little segment of, like, the gaming crowd. Although I'd say, like, you know, Dreamcast definitely attracted, like, a much more hardcore base, obviously, but Wii U has, like, a lot of, like, sleeper hits. And, like, a lot of games that are pretty much, like, what I consider classics that will never be seen outside of the Wii U, which means not a lot of people will play them, or they're just, like, simply re-released on Switch. But, like, you know, the original version, like, the original Wii U version is just kind of forgotten about. So I think it's just, like, a cool console to go back to and look at. And kind of, like, appreciate. Because Wii U tried a lot of cool stuff. But I think, like, the entire, like, marketing of it, the name of it, the concepts of it, the power of it, like, there's a lot of stuff kind of going against it that I think kind of kept people away from it, which is a shame. But, like, I get it. But I think in terms of, like, just straight up innovation and whatnot, I think Wii U is, like, one of the coolest concepts for a console. It was basically built for, like, asymmetrical multiplayer, you know? Which is kind of my jam, being, like, a Dead by Daylight player. Like, mainly a Dead by Daylight player. Like, it's really... The asymmetrical nature of multiplayer has kind of drawn me in lately. Last couple of years, and I feel like that's kind of like a subgenre of multiplayer that's going to just keep expanding. And become an even bigger deal down the road. And I think a big reason like why asymmetrical, for instance, is getting so big, and like so many games are doing it, whether it's Friday the 13th was doing it, or last year was doing it, Dead by Daylight, Evolve, Gold Express is coming out soon, Solid Stake's another one. Like, a reason like why all these like asymmetrical games are coming out is because you have people that either A, want to play with their friends, they want to do something multiplayer, obviously, or you have people that want to play solo, but want to be able to do their own thing, and not have to worry about grouping up with friends like asymmetrical multiplayer, doing like 4v1s, 5v1s. Kind of allows that, you know? It allows both groups to kind of play games and enjoy, right? Like, if I were to play, let's say, like, Call of Duty, right? And I want to play Search and Destroy, I would typically want to play with a friend so I can have someone to communicate with, like, reliably. And enjoy that game with. But if I'm playing that game solo, and that's, like, a highly strategic thing, like, I'm not gonna wanna do that with randoms, usually. Not anymore, not these days. So by having a game like, let's say, Dead by Daylight, I can play that solo and just play killer in that game and not have to worry about teams and, like, getting friends to play and whatnot. Or figuring out, like, what schedule works for people. Like, I can still play that game and have a great solo experience, and this experience balanced around solo, And then I can still play that same game like when my friends are around and have a game experience completely balanced around having it played with friends. Like, it's asymmetrical is really cool for that reason. Really, really cool for that reason. I think it's like a big reason why there's so much success around it. But the caveat to that is, how do you balance a game that's like 4v1 or 5v1? And like, honestly, you can't. I think it's like a big problem that Dead by Daylight's always had, Friday's always had, Evolve always had, like all these games, right? That are asymmetrical always had the balance problem. And no matter what they did, it was always the wrong move to the communities. And it's like not really much fault of the developer, it's like, how do you balance it? So, I don't think we'll ever see a game like in the asymmetrical genre. I was looking for health, by the way. I don't think we'll ever see like a game in the asymmetrical genre that's like this perfect balanced thing. Like even team games aren't like super balanced, right? Like they just aren't. But I think asymmetrical is probably gonna be the most difficult one for developers to get right in terms of balance. And it makes sense. To me, it makes a lot of sense. Hey, cool, we got a checkpoint. I can worry a little bit less here. Or I can worry a lot, because now they're giving me more rockets here. That's a worry. Those are big and pulsating. I don't like the look of that. Not gonna lie, not a fan. Alright, those look like something that's actually just gonna kind of pop. Am I supposed to, like, shoot them? I mean, there's more rockets over here, so I might as well shoot one. No. That seems like it's just scenery, then. Why give me so many rockets? What am I looking for? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I know I was talking about, like, asymmetrical and, like, how they're never going to be balanced. And, like, it's just a fact. It's a nearly impossible task. Oh, here we go. Nearly impossible task for, like, any developer to do. And I do not envy any developer currently making, like, an asymmetrical game trying to keep their communities happy. Because gamers as a whole can get pretty toxic towards devs if they make a move that they're not super happy with. Like, it gets bad. Like, I will, I use a lot of Twitter, and, like, I always feel so bad, like, when a developer, like, puts a note out about their game, like, on Twitter or whatever, and you see, like, all the hate, and it's a video game. Please stop. It gets super overwhelming. Like, I feel for, like, any game dev that has to deal with that stuff. It's bad. Like, nerfing the damage value of, like, one move in a game by a little bit is not worthy of giving, like, developers, like, death threats and cancel culture and all this stuff towards them. It's dumb. And doing that's also gonna make the developers, like, pretty much, hate their fan base and hate their players and kind of, like, disregard what they say. Like, you gotta be kind of, like, civil. And, like, be, civil with your frustrations. Like, vent them, like, in a healthy way. And not, like, in a, like, terrible, awful way. That so many do. So, game developers out there, if there's ever one that's listening to this, like, years down the road, I appreciate you. You may make some, little screw-ups here and there, but so be it. We all do. And, if the patch is bad, so be it. Because I'm sure you'll patch things and make it right, Make it a little bit better. Unless you're EA, in which case probably not.
We were losing the battle outside the tower. The few tanks that remained would soon be overwhelmed by the seemingly infinite hordes of Chimera. Our only hope lay with the few soldiers who had managed to infiltrate the tower. It was up to them to find a way to destroy it from the inside.
Alright, so this should be the last level. Last hope. I think this is it. After getting this game, like 12 years ago, 13 years ago, still in high school at the time, I'm finally now gonna beat it. It's about time. It's crazy to think about, actually. Because if I got this game, what, in 2007 or 2008? Yeah, I was like still in my teens. I was like still like 16, 17, I think, when I got this. I think 17. 16? Somewhere around there. And now I'm like, you know, getting closer to 30. So, about time the $60 game I bought. It's about time I actually finished it. My god. Alright. See, like, I wasn't actually lying to my mother when I said I was actually going to end up playing this game. Because I'm 99.9% sure she actually bought this for me. I got to it, you know, a little bit late, but, you know, I did play through it. I did good. Alright. I'm quite pleased. Those things are really easy to kill, assuming you have, like, the strongest gun and, like, max ammo for it. Not bad. Yeah, that's, like, a big if. Like, those are, like, two really big ifs, but still. Let's see how they wrap this up. So what I'm hating right now is, even though it looks a little bit more unique, like, it doesn't look bad here. What bothers me is that this is, like, the big final area. And, like, I don't know, like, it doesn't look that flashy. It just kind of looks dull. But then again, I guess it's, like, what do you expect? I think maybe, like, it looking kind of dull kind of, like, adds to it. Like, the more you kind of, like, look at it, the more it makes sense. But I do kind of wish there was, like, a little bit more flash. Just a little something, something. Alright, do I have to reload the rocket launcher? We good? We good. But again, like, it's really cool, like, finally getting around to finishing this game. Like, it literally took me over a decade, but it's a cool feeling. Oh god. I screwed up. Ugh, that's on me. But I didn't want to, like, move too far forward. I was being, like, extra careful. Oh, wait, actually checkpointed me here. I thought I had to redo the entire level. They gave me a nice checkpoint in the final level. Not gonna lie, was not expecting that. I was expecting something, like, super dumb. Like, that first room, like, wasn't even that hard. Like, I wouldn't even, like, mind redoing that area. It was actually kind of, like, quick and painless. But, I mean, trust me, I'll take the generosity this game's giving me now. Like, I was complaining about the entire game. Trust me, I am down with the generosity it's going to throw at me on this last level. If that's what it wants to do. No problems with that. Whew. Any health here, though? I kind of need some. Alright. Also, walking these kind of stresses me out a bit. a cool little door open animation. Oh, now we're like outside Dead Center. That's really cool. A lot of rockets. Okay. What's about to attack me? Oh. Well, this thing died in like one rocket last time, so like it's not even that scary. Oh, but now we got multiple. But now I see like why I was given rockets. Okay. That's fine. Do I have a lot of I do have a lot of sniper shots left. Excellent. This is actually a really cool little section. I like this. We'll see if it, you know, it stays, like, fair. Yep, those are friendlies. Okay. Nice. Okay. Health right here, back to full. Okay, cool. I just kind of like over-prepped you for this section. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. It's nice. But they gave me like, how many spare rockets can they give you there? It's a lot. Also, is this the way I just came from, or is this the right way to go? Enemies here, yep, this is the right way. Cool. Alright. So I'm kind of like just taking in this entire last level right now. Okay, what do we got? British Intelligence Corps, Chimera Command Units, commonly referred to as Angels, due to the exhaust plume from mechanical apparatus. Apparatus believed responsible for their flight ability. Angels capable of directing other Chimera through unknown means. Because of ability to summon reinforcements, they should never be considered to be alone. The loss of an Angel will deny the enemy leadership potential for disruption to the Chimera makes the Angel a priority. They should always be the primary target. Alright, so they can, like, spawn in new enemies. Again, they're giving me a lot of rockets there, but that's more rockets than I can actually hold. Like, that's 6 rockets, but the most rockets you can hold are 4. I left them behind. I probably wanted my backup. Oh, well. They're just gonna die in 2 seconds anyways. Unless they teleport them up here with me. And I'm hoping I get a checkpoint up here, just for nothing else. If nothing else, just so I don't have to do this elevator ride again. I'm hoping it checks me. Do you think maybe they're putting like all the ammo down on the ground in the game just to kind of like show like how prepped and like how much caution was put into like this entire plan here? I don't know. I'm grasping at straws. Alright, cool. So, I'm going to assume we shoot the big glowy yellow things. Where did all this come from? Oh my god. Oh god. So he's blowing up. I lost a lot of health, though. Oof. So I see why they give me rockets now. So I wonder if I'm gonna run into, like, stalkers in here. I hope not. Alright. But this feels so final area, because, like, now they're throwing everything at me. And I was like, this is gonna be... This is gonna end up being, like, the trek. Like, how we're gonna finally take down this big building. Alright, he's dead. Okay. And so far, not too bad. I'm hoping they give me some more rockets, because I used a lot of rockets, and I'm kind of afraid of, like, getting some really big enemies down here. To just, like, ruin my day. I fully expect that happening. I wonder if there's, like, more rockets I can pick up down here. Just so I can get a little bit more prepped. There is not. Okay. Hope I didn't need them. I'm really hoping I didn't need them. Did everyone die? I think everyone died. Not good. Okay. So in theory, this should get the shields, I think. Okay. I thought that was a Chimera.
The shields are coming down! Once those shields fall, you give it hell!
Oh, so I wonder if I gotta go to, like, 3 separate areas for this. Shoot the rods. Oh, shoot these rods here. Okay. So what I need to do then is probably... I'm out of rockets. Oh, God. It's probably Hailstorm then, right?
We've got another open panel!
Wait, shooting... Wait, they got behind me? Wait, what happened to the guy that was guarding me? I had another guy up there with me. Oh. Oh, that sucks.
The shields are coming down! Once those shields fall, you give it hell! That's doing it! Keep shooting!
That's one down.
Shoot the rods!
There's too many things here. At least they checkpointed me. Because I'm gonna die here, guaranteed. Alright.
The shields are coming down! Once those shields fall, you give it hell!
Okay, let's do that. Alright, so how much... Okay, I have plenty of sniper ammo. I'm gonna use that. Because we kinda have to.
Shoot the rods!
Ugh. Got that. Got him. That's a lot of enemies to deal with. Thank God they give you a checkpoint, though.
We've got another open panel!
Okay, health is right here, too. Excellent.
You have to shoot the rods!
Okay. So I'm getting so quiet, but, like, look. It's a lot of stuff I gotta focus on right now. Alright, so I'm probably gonna go to the side and hit a switch over here. Which what I'm gonna do is Let's use the auger. This thing's really strong. At least it has been throughout the game. Let's see if it does a lot to this dude.
Another paddle, boys!
This is, like, really intense. This is a really well done last level. I'm liking this. I say until they do something to make me hate it. Right now, I really like this level. This is fun. This is a great wrap-up. In terms of imagery, like, it's not, like, you know, the best-looking level, but this definitely feels like a big last final stand. They knocked this level out of the park. This is good. They did really good. I'll give it to Insomniac here. It's probably, like, the most enjoyable level in the game so far. Probably because, like, the stakes actually feel high. Like, even if the story's, like, not perfect, like, you can feel, like, the high stakes, like, from this level alone. And, like, you're desperately, like, trying not to die. And, like, they're giving you so many enemies, like, it's difficult, but, like, they're also giving you enough ammo to work with that it's not, like, a nightmare. It's just really, really, really hard. But this isn't bad. So I'm going to have to do all 4 panels in a row, like in one checkpoint, right? Yeah.
The shields are coming down!
Exactly.
Once those shields fall,
Let's do
you
it!
give it
Keep
hell!
showing!
Okay, 1 down. But yeah, it's a lot of enemies. But, like, it makes sense. In context, it makes sense, right?
Shoot the ropes!
Like, a lot of, like, my enemy spam, like, comments in this game kind of came from the fact that it didn't really seem like there was, like, any good reason to have as many enemies in these areas as they had. But, like, for a final stand like this, it's acceptable. Like, it makes sense. I just wish I kept my rocket launcher. Like, I wish I didn't waste all of it. It's gonna make this level a lot more difficult. And I'm not fully sure if, the level's over once I defeat this 4th rod.
Once those shields fall,
it!
you
Keep
give it
showing!
hell!
Like, that's one thing I'm not fully clear on. Like, is this level done once I shoot the 4th here? Or is there more to it? We're gonna use the Hailstorm. I feel like I've barely used this weapon. Like, maybe it'll do better work for me here. Okay.
We've got another open panel! You have to shoot the ropes!
Let's see if I can get this down. Come on. Come on. Perfect. Wait, no, not perfect. Oh. There we go. Holy. Again, like, this is feeling so high stakes. Like, this level's kind of, like, making me believe, like, I'm actually there right now, which is, like, a very, very high praise. Actually, I don't really want to waste my sniper on this. Thinking about it. Wait. Oh, I thought I actually had more rocket. I saw like a 4-4, and I was like, do I actually have 4 rockets left?
Another panel, boys!
I was getting like excited. I was like, cool. Nah, I didn't. I'm also gonna need to get more health, like, right now. Let me just destroy this. Get up here. There's health up here. Okay. What a last level.
We have to
My god. Like, I'm feeling cornered. Holy. Wait, I don't know where I just got attacked from. I don't like losing health when I don't know like which direction I just got attacked from. Oh god. I think it's a perfectly normal feeling to have. Oof. Last shield's coming down though. Get it, go, 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 come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes!
You've done it, Hale. The tower's coming apart. Get out of there fast. We're waiting for you.
Now what? Where do I go? That's it? I don't have to escape. Cutscene? Is that it?
We're too close, Captain. We've got to get clear.
Hold this position! That's an order!
It's too late. No one's coming out of there.
I said... As the tower fell, Chimeran creatures began to shriek and writhe on the ground. They died within minutes. We believe they were simply unable to survive the loss of the angels. The significance of our victory in London wasn't understood for several days. The reactor meltdown caused a chain reaction that destroyed all the towers in the network. At least in Britain, the Chimera were defeated. We have investigated the ruins of 5 towers so far. As we attempt to reverse engineer the complex technologies we find, the mystery of the Chimera only deepens. With combat subsided, the soldiers have been searching the rural villages for survivors. So far, we found 921 hiding in bunkers and basements, 78 of them children. Cartwright's youngest daughter, Angela, was among them. As for Nathan Hale, his body was never recovered. He was presumably incinerated inside the tower. The American military lists him as killed in action, July the 14th, 1951. A part of me still believes he might have escaped somehow. I even thought I heard his voice on the radio just after the tower exploded. I'll never know for sure.
So that's how you set up a sequel while not knowing if you're going to have a sequel or not. Perfect. I kind of figured they'd do something like that. Kind of figured as much. It wasn't 100% though, but it's best to leave things like super like uncertain. But yeah, that was a really mixed feeling game. Because obviously like throughout like the entire playthrough there, I was kind of like complaining about certain things, right? Like the lack of checkpoints, which completely valid. I think I proved my point multiple times. What felt like very brutal difficulty for like normal. At least at the end, like that final sequence was so good. Like that final sequence was like so far ahead of like any other part in terms of like design and like just making you ready, right? They gave me plenty of health, gave me like all the ammo I needed, gave me enough cover, had AI support that definitely did help a little bit because the AI wasn't completely useless this game. It didn't do a lot, but it wasn't useless. And had like a very like defined objective. And even before getting to that final section, like there were good consistent checkpoints and good fair battles between. So like that I would just say like the last 3 levels in general that I did this entire episode like were pretty much spot on with like how you should be doing like level design in a game like this. Or close to it, like little minor flaws here and there. But yeah, no, this game's really good. I'm thinking the sequel's probably going to end up being a lot better, because this game definitely feels half-baked in many, many areas, but it's like a very good foundation for a series, and obviously we have 3 Resistance games, and then like the handheld one. No, 2 handhelds, right? I think there's a PSP and a Vita one. I think, or was it just a Vita one? I forget. But it was a full series, so it's laid some really good groundwork. Like, the weapons were cool, everything felt good. The world building was good, but I think the actual world visuals needed a little bit more to them. It definitely felt like a little bit bland to look at, like even like inside the Chimera bases, but I mean, so be it. For like a first outing for the series, not bad at all. I enjoyed it, like, a lot. Like, even throughout all my complaints, I enjoyed this one. I do look forward to playing the second one. I don't know when I'm gonna get around to the second one, but I own them all, so I'm sure one day I'll be recording videos on them. Maybe sometime really soon, maybe sometime down the road, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, I don't know. Whenever I'm feeling it. But it took me 12 years, 13 years to finally beat this game since I first bought it. And I'm glad I finally did, you know? I'm glad I finally picked it back up and just finally went through it. It was good. It was really, really good. And I can only assume the sequel's going to be much better. But is there anything after credit or no? Let's see. Oh, so I do show him alive. Interesting. So they never found him after the explosion, yet this cutscene kind of implies they find him directly after it, because he's, like, still... I don't know, like, it also implies he was found directly after. I don't know. Though the struggle against the Chimera continues, your heroic efforts have saved countless lives. Your memory will be honored for years to come. New weapons have been unlocked. Okay. So I don't know, like, this kind of feels like they halfway thought they were going to do a sequel and they weren't fully sure, so they wanted to leave things open-ended enough for a sequel, while still giving you, like, the kind of closure. Yeah, that end credit scene definitely alludes to, hey, we're 100% doing a sequel. Weird ending, then. Weird after credits, but I liked it. I'm not sure, like, what the motivation for the whole grenade thing was. Maybe, like, he was sick of being, like, part Chimera, like, he felt awful. I don't know. We'll probably find out in the sequel. But that's going to do for Resistance 1. I liked it. And if you joined me throughout any of these parts, thank you for watching. I have not done a Let's Play in years and years and years, like a legitimate one like this. Years. And I don't think I've actually ever finished a game in a Let's Play. And I've been doing YouTube since 2005 across, like, 2 different channels, so... This might be the first one, like, I actually ever finished, like, just for recording. So it was a fun experience. Yeah, I'll catch you guys, like, with whatever video project I do next. Obviously, I also stream on Twitch. So you're just a YouTube video watcher, and or just a YouTuber in general, and just watching to this point. I'm primarily a streamer. My Twitch.tv handle's in the description. Alex is playing, same as this channel. So if you ever want to watch me play games like, you know, live, I do that 7 nights a week currently. And down the road, if you're watching this in a couple of years, I'm probably still doing it at least a few days a week, so... Yeah. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Toodles!